Let me quickly talk to you about how to make money flipping sports cards. So this is basically a hobby that our team members have done for the last 20 years. We have made a lot of money in this industry, and in today's conversation, we want to share with you generously some of the tips, hacks, and tricks that we have learned over the last 20 years, so that you also can make millions flipping sports cards. Don't you go anywhere. You're gonna love today's conversation. I guarantee you.
One in a million, one in a million, one in a million. You know they're coming up to me, cause I'm just the kind of flower that's stinging from the beat, but the rhythm's getting higher. Go, 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 go. One in a million, one in a million, one in a million, one in a million, one in a million.
Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweaty Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to explain to you how to make money flipping sports cards. So let's first talk about the market facts. The thing is, the market for sports cards was already in a growth curve prior to COVID. Okay, and there are several reasons why. You have a generation of collectors like 30, 40, 50 somethings returning to the hobby with disposable income. They had a lot of cash. You had the advent of group case breaking. This is a method of selling cards where the cost is divided between a group of people. Okay, group case breaking. So you have the parallels with sports betting. So purchasing a pack of cards with the potential of pulling a card worth thousands of dollars result in a similar feeling gamblers experience when betting traditionally on sports. You also have international demand, especially for basketball and soccer. Okay, as other countries' economies improved across Europe and Asia, so has been the discretionary income of many of their citizens. Okay, and you also have an influx of high-profile social media influencers and young entrepreneurs. So you have basically a constellation of factors that are making the market for sports cards booming right now. And the thing is that, and then you had the COVID impact. Okay, so when much of the world sheltered in place as a result of COVID, a group of interesting things occurred that further contributed to the growth experienced in the sports card market. Think about it. People all of a sudden, they found themselves with a lot of time on their hands, right? And sports cards replaced sports because there were no major sports, being played. Major sports leagues shut down. So people started taking a stroll down memory lane and reliving their youth through sports cards long tucked away in mom's attic. And the same people actually, those people, they have disposable income. That's very important. And ESPN's airing of the documentary, The Last Dance, reminded the world of Michael Jordan's dominance and introduced a new generation of basketball fans, including artists and sneakerheads, to his earnest greatness. So what I'm trying to say here is that there is a constellation of factors. You have sports cards stories started hitting the mainstream media in terms of growing interest and monetary value. So combine all of those factors with those that I said earlier, and you have a sports card market that really, really, really has been growing like crazy. Let's dig a little deeper here. What you need to understand is in the last 20 years, a lot has changed in the hobby of collecting sports cards. Okay, there was a time where you had multiple manufacturers that were producing cards, and nowadays you have only a few companies that manufacture those things. Okay, so this practice is a thing of the past. Right now, you can call it monopoly or oligopoly. It really is not a problem. So the creation of new card stock and substrates have combined with technology innovation in printing to create some amazing looking cards. So autographed versions and those containing game used or player worn materials like jerseys and shoes are also commonplace. Okay, so the following companies produce or manufacture trading cards for the various sports leagues. So Topps, that's MLB baseball cards. You have Panini, so that's the NBA basketball cards. They also do NFL football cards. You have Upper Deck, that's NHL hockey cards. Okay, now this can be confusing to new and returning collectors. So an additional company, Leaf Trading Cards, currently manufactures trading cards for all sports. However, one thing we have seen is that their licensing is with the individual players and not the professional league and or players association for which they are affiliated. Additionally, Panini America holds licenses with USA Baseball and the Major League Baseball Players Association. This means what? It means that they can produce baseball cards of current professional MLB players, but they cannot depict them in their licensed uniforms or by their licensed team moniker, for example, the Yankees. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about the jargon, the lingo, the vernacular, the terminology. So the thing you have to understand is when we talk about sports cards, there's a term that always comes back, and that's refractor. So a refractor is a card that utilizes a printing technology that produces a visual effect that refracts and disperses light in a manner that produces a prism or rainbow-like effect. And the process has become very popular with modern trading card manufacturers as a result of increased demand for these types of cards from collectors. And Topps was basically the first trading card company to utilize this dynamic printing process. And so this term is interchangeable with words used by other trading card manufacturers to describe similar types of cards. So Panini America refers to these cards as prisms, and Leaf Trading Cards refers to them as prism. So the first one has a Z, and the second one has an S. You also have parallel. So parallel is a card that is similar in design to its counterpart from a base set but offers a distinguishing quality. This can be in the form of border color, texture, card material, printing technology employed, among other characteristics. So refractors, prisms are almost always parallels of a regular card in a set product. Okay, so this is important. So, and you also have manufacturer scarcity. So to help combat the supply versus demand equation, sports card manufacturers now utilize a variety of parallels within each product because the purpose is to add production capacity while still maintaining collectability. Very important. Let me talk to you about rookie cards. If you want to make money flipping sports cards, you need to really have a clear idea of rookie cards. Now, a rookie card, by definition, is a player's first officially licensed trading card after making the roster for one of the four major sports, right? MLB, NBA, NFL, and NHL professional teams. You'll often see cards of this type designated with the abbreviation RC. In most cases, a player's rookie card is its most desirable and carries the greatest value. This is very simple when it comes to players in the NBA, NFL, and NHL. The subject gets a little trickier with regards to MLB. For baseball card collectors, however, there are typically cards issued of a player prior to his making an MLB's team 25-man or 40-man roster. So the thing we need to understand here is that the ones that you want, if you are an MLB card collector, the ones you want to pay specific attention to are that player's Bowman Chrome autographs. Very important. Okay, so this is, and so when you think, so the thing is, despite not technically being a rookie card, but instead a prospect card, Bowman Chrome autographs and refractors, as mentioned earlier, carry a significant premium value over the player's actual rookie card. And so there are so many rookie cards to think about. Really, think about it. I mean, long gone are the days where a player has a single rookie card. It is one of the factors that plays into the continued popularity of collecting vintage cards, the simplicity. And that's why you can make a lot of cash too, if you want to flip sports cards. Okay, so in the modern sports card market, however, a player may have 20, 30, 40, or even more rookie cards. Why? Very simple. Each trading card manufacturer produces multiple products for their respective sports each year. Think about it, each year. So rookies are included in each one, resulting in multiple rookie cards. So you can have a rookie that is included this year, next year, the year after, and so on and so forth. So how do you know which ones to buy? Well, while there are certainly several nuanced factors to go into that decision, here are some insights into the current market regarding popularity and value of specific brands in each sport. And you want to think about demand versus supply. You got to think about the importance of having a mindset in terms of investing. Are you investing? Are you flipping? Are you collecting? There are there are differences here, and I'll speak about the differences later on. So what should you really focus on here? What is the bullseye? What we call the bullseye. I mean, and again, we have been flipping sports cards in our team our team members have been doing this for the last 20 years. So we actually have developed over the years a pretty good set of skills and expertise in terms of focusing on the bullseye, having the target. So the thing is, most players worth investing in for profit can be defined by 4 different categories. And I really want you to focus on those 4. Do not waste your time. Don't let anybody razzle-dazzle you and confuse you and just waste your time with any other categories. You only want to focus on 4 categories. You have the blue chip players. You have the hot prospects. You have the young stars. And you have the rookie stars. So those are the only 4. Blue chip players, hot prospects, young stars, and rookie stars. Anything else, don't waste your time. Okay, so here are the differences. And a look at just some of the players that how you can actually classify the players that are currently in each category. Now, it will depend on your team. It will depend on the sports that you're currently in. But blue chip, those are established veteran superstars, many of whom may be likes to be inducted into their respective sports Hall of Fame. This category also includes top-tiered retired greats. Okay, so those are called blue chip players. The hot prospects. So this is basically the next generation of potential future stars who have not yet played at the professional or major league level. So they have potential. But right now they haven't actually demonstrated that potential yet, but they do have potential. They have the buzz around them, okay? What about the rookie stars? So rookie stars are first-year players who play like established stars. In other words, their first year, they just chilling. They are kicking ass like crazy. So those are the rookie stars. The young stars are typically second, third, or fourth-year players already making a big impact for their team. So they must be making big impacts. We're not speaking about something normal here. No, their contribution must be significant. So those are the only 4 categories I want you to focus on. If you want to make money flipping sports cards, those are the 4 categories of cards and players that you want to put your time and effort into. Anything else, you are wasting time, energy, and money. Now let's talk about setting goals. Boss, we are in the business of making money flipping sports cards. We're not a charity. We're not, there's nothing philanthropic here. So we got to be really focused. You got to really set goals. So the 3 terms, investing, flipping, and selling, may at first glance seem synonymous or identical with one another. However, for the purposes of this video, they are different. Let me just define things a little bit for you. Investing. So investing is a long-term strategy focused on maximizing profits and return on investment. So investing long-term. Flipping. This is a short-term strategy focused on making quick money based on a player's performance, media attention, or other factors that can quickly influence price fluctuation. So when you compare and contrast investing versus flipping, you see the time horizon plays an important role, right? So investing, we have long-term, and flipping, we have short-term. What about selling? Selling is just the process and options for how one goes about turning cars into cash. So as with any business venture or investment, having goals and knowing the tactics to use to reach those goals is paramount to success. Okay. Now, the thing is, listen, there are no guarantees here. We're not guaranteeing that you will make a return on your investment. However, the tips and tricks and hacks I'm sharing with you in this show, we have applied them successfully for the last 20 years. So all you can do basically is to set goals and educate yourself on the best means to go about achieving those goals. Okay. So setting goals is really important. You need to also set a budget, because remember, sports cards can be really expensive. I mean, we live in an era where some brands cost thousands of dollars. I mean, the thrill of the chase and the gambling aspect involved in the modern sports card era can quickly result in spending beyond one's means. Do not do it. Plain and simple, do not do it. At the end of the day, this is still a hobby. Okay, this is a recreational pastime activity designed to bring joy, relaxation, and enjoyment. Okay, spending more money than you can afford will quickly negate all of those passive benefits. So this is really important. So before you do anything, before you dive in and start, let's say before you dive in and start buying sports cards, please, boss, I want you to set a budget. What amount should you want to use? Do you want to invest? You're trying to flip cards. How much can you actually lose? Because you got to think about, have to be ready to lose that amount before making money out of it. You got to define your goals. Are you simply looking to make money to feed your hobby, living your personal finances untapped, and creating a self-perpetuating income stream? Are you looking to sports cards as an alternative investment strategy to stocks, bonds, and other traditional financial instruments? A little bit of both, something entirely different. Only you can decide what those goals should be. Okay, please, whatever you do not get caught up in the hype and hysteria that comes with the next big thing. Okay, this is what it's really not worth it. Let's talk about secondary markets, boss. This is really important. Now, the age of the internet has ushered in a whole new way to buy and sell sports cards. So the thing is, you don't have to depend strictly on your local card shop. You can now sit in the comfort of your home and shop and sell on a handful of highly trafficked, reputable websites. Okay, so this includes eBay, ComC, the Beckett Marketplace, Stocks, Sports Lots, The Pit, and Star Stock. So if we talk about eBay, so eBay is basically the oldest and largest platform for buying and selling sports cards. And the amount of traffic eBay receives is unparalleled, making it an attractive option for purchasing and selling. And you have a ComC. So formerly known as Check Out My Cards, this was a game changer when it entered the market about a decade ago. So their platform lets you hold an inventory of cards that you can make available for sale, have held in your account, or have directly shipped to take physical delivery. And savvy collectors have been able to flip cards at a profit within the platform simply based on a player having a good game or being undervalued. So when a good player is stuck in a small market but has a big game on the road in a large market, that player gets more attention and their card values often increase. Okay, so those are things I want you to really think about. And we know, and personally in our team, we know of some collectors that will look at the NBA schedule when released and set calendar reminders for themselves to look for such players the day before a large market road game. You have the Beckett Marketplace, so this carries an enormous inventory. They have over 30 to 35 million cards, so this is a well-known, reliable platform with easy search functionality. We love the user-friendliness on Beckett. You have StockX, so this is a recent newcomer to the market, and so this site was originally founded for the purpose of flipping sneakers, but as mentioned earlier, the model quickly translated into sports cards, and now they provide a fluid interface in which you can buy and sell cards. You have Sports Lots. So this is a tried and true eBay alternative. You can find plenty of affordable singles to flip. So think of it like the online version of your local card shop or card shows dollar boxes. Okay, but take the time to sift through inventory though. Okay, this is really important. And the Pit also. The Pit is an early adopter of being able to sell and buy sports cards like stocks. So this site includes access to numerous metrics and indicators associated with the gains and losses of particular cards over time. And then the latest newcomer, you have Star Stock. So this is actually, so they actually define themselves as a stock market for sports cards. So the sites that feature a robust trading platform and personalized portfolio that allows for instant ownership of cards purchased. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Sweaty Kiwi Show. I'm still having a conversation with you about how to make money flipping sports cards, okay? Now let's talk about the card's value. how do you actually determine cards values here? Now, you can do eBay pricing. So we actually love eBay pricing because it's the fastest way to actually determine what's really happening here. So like any commodity, the value of sports cards can fluctuate quickly. Thankfully, eBay provides a function that allows you to search and find the recent sale price for any card listed on the site. This is by far and away the most effective method of determining a baseline for a card's current value. Now, we have other strategies for other platforms. If you're interested, just drop us a comment and we'll certainly explain things for you. For example, how to value a card on the Pit, on the Beckett Marketplace, on Star Stock, and other platforms. So let's just follow this step by step. Let's find out what Pittsburgh's Pirates O'Neill Cruz Bowman Chrome Prospect autographs are currently selling for at the market. So you can see step 1, you want to enter the year, the player, the card brand and type as highlighted in the search field as shown in the image on the screen right now, and then click the blue search button. Okay, now step 2, you want to click on the highlighted advanced link, check the sold box and click the blue search button. Okay, I want you to see right now on the screen, see the bottom left side of the picture on the screen. In step 3, so this will basically sort the most recent sales in order highest to lowest. So from there, you will drill down for more details like a specific refractor or card grade. And the thing is, because sports cards sell on a wide array of secondary market platforms, and as I explained to you earlier, the realized prices on eBay are not absolute. However, they do provide a very strong indicator of current market value within a given price range, which is what you need anyway to have a clear idea of what's going on in the market. So for example, if we have to, you can also use a PSA, graded card pricing, in other words, average pricing. So PSA offers a couple of simple to use pricing tools, and one allows you to quickly and easily find the current average price of a specific card in a specific grade. The other allows you to view realized auction prices across multiple secondary market platforms and auction houses. So those are really good. You also have PSA graded card pricing, auction prices realized. So you do have a constellation of ways to value the cards that you are interested in buying. And let's talk about card grading. So basically, the process of grading a card is used to apply a numerical value, okay, to the cards that is proportional to the card's physical condition. So a scale of 1 to 10 is generally used and includes half grades indicated by X.5. So the examination of the cards is performed by a third-party grading company. So there are 3 primary grading companies in the hobby today. So you have Professional Sports Authenticator, so that's PSA. You have Beckett's Grading Services, that's you can see on the website. And then you have Sports Card Guarantee Corporation. So grading standards and definitions may vary lightly from one company to another. However, each employs very similar criteria. So this is really good. So this is important. Now, I'm going to show you, if you're interested in learning more about the grading methodology, the technology, and the prices, you can see on the screen, you have PSA card grading prices, BGS card grading prices, SGC card grading prices. And also, one thing that's very important to remember is that there's something called population reports. So in addition to condition, rarity, and scarcity of any tangible assets, you also need to think about the population reports, because those things are important because they do determine the price or value of the property. In this case, we are speaking about sports cards. Okay, knowing how to properly use and understand published population reports can help you find hidden gems in the market that may be undervalued or ripe for a price increase. And population reports are published by each of the grading companies. Again, just to remind you, we have Professional Sports Authenticator, Beckett Grading Services, and Sports Card Guarantee Corporation. Okay, and the thing is that the purpose of population reports is to provide a real-time analysis of the number of a specific card submitted for grading. Additionally, you can view the number of cards they have received at specific grades. So this is really great because then you are able to identify what's really popping in the industry at a specific time. And that's what you need anyway, to identify, again, undervalued gems that you can resell at a profit. And this is where the juice is really at when it comes to making money flipping sports cards. And let me give you a few pro tips. I mean, there are a lot of tools in the market that will actually help you actually bring up your sports cards flipping game to another level. Okay, so in addition to the tools I have already talked about, there is a wealth of information available to help navigate and better understand the sports cards market. So you have Card Ladder. So one of the most insightful and easy to navigate tools in the hobby today. So these sites provide several analytical tools, including 14-day and 90-day pricing trends, a player's definitive key rookie card, market cap, undervalued cards, and more. You have group break checklist. Okay, so if you are looking to buy into a group break, be sure to use this website to determine what cards a player has in a product. Are they in the product at all? Do they have autographs? How many different parallels? What are the parallels numbered to? So these questions can be all answered here on this group break checklist website. And let me give you a few tips and tricks that you really need to input in your game today to really bring to another level. So depending on how long you have been in the hobby, there are several tips and tricks you can use to increase your chances of profitability when it comes to investing, flipping, and selling sports cards. So you have, so let me give you a few of them categorized by beginner, intermediate, and advanced. So if you're a beginner, think about the name misspellings. So try searching eBay for a specific player with their name misspelled. You'll be surprised how many listings you can find with the player's name misspelled. This often results in less eyeballs watching the card and potentially resulting in a lower purchase price that you can then relist at a profit. Okay, so this is really important. So examples of searches, you have Zion Williams, you have instead of Williamson, you have Jason Dominguez instead of his correct name is Jason with 2 S's. You have any player named Brian or Brian, Brian with I or Brian with Y, and reversing the spelling. And so it's all about being creative. If you are intermediate, flipping on ComC. So you don't even need to take physical possession of the cards purchased on ComC. This is a great feature because it allows you to keep an inventory and practice the equivalent of day trading. Since you're watching an NBA game, if you see a young potential star like Kyle Kuzma, for example, if they actually are doing great, you can go on the ComC website, purchase his cards, and make sure that you flip it later on. If you are an advanced flipper, you can use resubmitting. So grading by its very nature is a highly subjective practice, so it is a process subject to human error despite the grading company's best effort. As a result, sometimes cards receive a lower grade than they actually should. So it is not uncommon for people to purchase graded cards in grades of an 8 or 9, crack the cards out of the slab, and resubmit them in hopes of earning a higher grade. Okay, so this is really great. If you're interested, there are a lot of videos on YouTube on how to safely do this without damaging the card. Thank you so much for your attention, folks. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I was just talking to you about how to make money flipping sports cards. So we spoke about the market's fundamentals. We spoke about rookie cards, the bullseyes, setting goals, secondary markets, card values, and card grading. Thank you so much. I will speak to you another time, but until then, remember, stay marvelous.